crypto channel on all the interwebs. And by the way, the first cryptocurrency channel in history to hit 700,000 subscribers. We're now 25% of the way through our contest from 600,000 to 1 million subscribers. We did it in about a month? Yeah. Probably. I think about another 100,000 in a month. So, we'll see what happens. Maybe it was quicker than that. I don't know. But we are doing pretty well with that. So just thank you to everybody for that. Also, by the way, my name is Ben. Every day on this channel, I show you how to make money in cryptocurrency. Sometimes wearing a Liger shirt. If you like money, crypto, and Ligers, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Help us out with our contest. Guys, have things changed in crypto today? Today was like the death clock day. We've been looking at today for these options to expire, for the futures contracts to expire. And kind of the way we thought things were going to go was like this. We thought things were going to go up all week and then crash down today. But are we actually seeing the opposite? Are we actually seeing all week the price dumped, and then today, are we going to get that futures expiration already baked in and the price is going up? So that's definitely something we're going to be looking at. We're going to be looking at some NFT news that's a little weird. Something that I definitely did not think we were going to see. Some conversation around some regulation in NFTs. By the way, guys, if you're a member of the BitSquad, if you love this channel, let's go ahead, do us a favor, smash that like button. Let's see how many likes we can get this up to. Let's see if we can get up to 700 million likes today.
Wow.
Yeah, that would make it our most liked video ever. So we're going to be looking at our Easter pump. Are we going to get an Easter pump? I know you guys love Easter. After 3 months in the grave, could we see ETH rise again? Could we see it? Someone says, oh, well, no, can't show coins in the super chats, guys. You guys know that, can't show coins. So we're going to be taking a look at a lot of stuff. I'm going to show you guys some projects I'm invested in right here off the beginning. Two of them that are extremely intriguing to me. And then another project that we work pretty closely with. It's got some big news. We're going to be taking a look at that. We're going to be glancing at Eternity Chain today, as that thing has hit an all-time high. Had big news yesterday, as baseball player Fernando Tatis said that he is now going to be doing an NFT with them. And I told you guys, I've been telling you, this one's going to make us look like a genius. Talking about Eternity, I am positive that this one is still going to continue rocketing. Of course, not financial advice. I got a unicorn in the background. How seriously can you take me? A Liger on the shirt and a unicorn in the background. So, and then later tonight, by the way, guys, I'm going to have a video for you guys on the ultimate altcoin in-game strategy. Why do we invest in altcoins? It's a very, what I thought to be a fascinating video you guys are going to want to check out. And you guys know Friday Stonks Day, so we have Justin on the show today to discuss from Couple Cents on YouTube to discuss the world of stocks today. So let's go ahead and jump in here. As always, guys, thank you so much for subscribers. All of you guys are the best. The BitSquad is the best community. You know what, guys? I get a little down sometimes. I love this community, but, sometimes we just get hate from places. And it really, sometimes it weighs on me, because we try the best we can on this channel. Like, there's no win for us. We are the most transparent channel out here on YouTube, and it doesn't matter. We still get attacked for, things from time to time. But I want you guys to know, like, from the bottom of my heart, it means so much to me to see you guys, like, defending us and talking about us and sharing our content. And I do love each and every one of you. Like, you guys are like family to me. I couldn't do this if not for you. So definitely thank you to the BitSquad. Someone says that Crypto Banter says that Sheldon Evans is the largest crypto YouTube channel.
Well, he wasn't.
He's not. Well, no, he has 528. No, he has 528.
And he wasn't even really crypto YouTube.
No. No, guys, don't be fooled by these guys. They were large YouTubers and they moved over to crypto. Like, come on, guys, they're not crypto YouTubers. Like, let's be for real about them. Like, Sheldon seems like a nice guy. He ain't been here for years and years. He ain't been through a bear market. He picked it up when it was hot. Andre Sheik, same thing. But I like Andre. Andre's a nice guy. We're going to do a video with him in the future. I do like Andre. He's a great YouTuber. But he himself in his video says, I'm not a crypto YouTube channel. So don't buy into any of that. If Crypto Banter wants to talk about that, then that's great for them. But we crushed Sheldon Evans. We crushed this guy. We're almost 200,000 on him. So seems like a nice guy, but he won't respond to me. So, I get a little, I'll be honest with you. Coin Bureau, I try to contact that guy, nothing back. Nothing back. People that won't respond to me, it kind of pisses me off. Like, we're a community here in the crypto YouTube channel or crypto YouTube space, and we like to work together. And when we reach out to people and send them emails and we don't get responses, then it's kind of a douche move. So that's what I'm going to say about that.
Well, we just feel like we're all trying to further cryptocurrency and the Bitcoin message. Why not work together?
But you get these guys that think they're too good. You guys see the people who I have on my channel, right? We brought on Crypto Rich a couple weeks ago. He's got 18,000 subscribers, or 19,000. We brought on Crypto's Chain, Crypto Stash. They had less than 10,000 subscribers before they came on this channel. We support all crypto YouTubers. Now, obviously, like the guys that were shilling BitConnect, those obviously scam stuff. We don't want to be associated with some of that stuff. But in general, if you're someone who works hard on the space and you want to come on this channel, we're going to try and make time for it. And we're backed up. We got tons of stuff going on. But I actually am an admin of a large crypto YouTube group where we work together with a lot of people. And it's very obvious the people that don't want to be involved in the community. So that just kind of is what it is. But I do like Andre Sheik. I really like him. He's friends with Graham Stephan, and we like him. So we want him on the channel at some point. So nothing but good things to say about him. So all right, guys. On Twitter, we just hit 217.3K. And by the way, guys, I do want to say this. This other guy, I do want to point out, Journey Crypto, right here. You can show the Twitter. Journey Crypto. Last night he was tweeting a bunch of stuff that's very similar stuff to what we go through here on the channel. You get like success, and then people just want to hurl accusations and spit darts at you all the time. This is another good guy in this space. So we're probably going to do a video together at some point down the road. We have talked a little bit. But this is another guy on Twitter that's growing like crazy. So definitely, somebody who I think is worth a follow and somebody who I like. So just so you guys know, these are kind of the people that I watch. Tyler S., Crypto Jeb, those are some other guys that I really like that have a little bit smaller followings, but still good followings. So, all right, back to here, the guys. Make sure you are following us on Twitter, 270.3K. We got our contest. You guys know about that. But I did want to point out a couple projects that we are invested in that are doing pretty well. The first one is Tidal. We had told you guys about how they were involved with Balancer. They did a sale on Balancer. Tidal to launch Balancer LBP following 500x oversubscribed Polka Starter sale. And I know I've been telling you guys I was going to do a video about the IDOs on Polkadot. There's just so much. There's so much. It's so hard for me to get all the information together for it. But this is definitely a really good one. Someone said, what time do futures expire? That would be, I believe it's 4:30 Central Standard Time. And then we have another super chat from David. He says, great vid last night, but I wanted to keep a percentage in stable coins for a dip. How much? About 10% is probably pretty good at any given moment. Anyway, so Tidal is one that we really like. One I think you guys should check out. All these Polkadot IDOs have been crushing it. All of these private sales that we've been invested in and projects we got in early, they are crushing it. And I do want to talk about this one for a minute because I tweeted the other day that to me, this is the most intriguing private sale we've ever done. Now, it may be a flop. I don't know. Maybe a flop. But it's Pokemon. And the one thing that does kind of concern me is I do feel like, I'm sure Nintendo may try to come in, after them at some point because I think they own Pokemon. But I don't know if these people care. But this one is really interesting. It is kind of like Pokemon. They have these eggs that you can hatch. And I know people are really excited about this one. 31st of March. Now, here's what's cool. One thing I really like about this one is that you can, if you hold the PokeStarter token, you can claim an egg from the website. So anybody who connects MetaMask or a wallet and has PokeStarter in their wallet, you can get one of these eggs that are basically like a little Pokemon that you grow. Now, you all know I'm not big into Pokemon itself, right? Y'all know me. But I know people are, and I think this one's got, the potential to be pretty big. So it is, I'm not lying when I tell you, it's the most intriguing one I think we've been a part of because I'm very curious to see how this one is going to do. There's a lot of excitement about it. And then last but not least, project we talked about a while back, OVR, Overland. It's basically virtual real estate. And, funny story, I was actually downstairs in our building speaking with the people that own the building about crypto and different stuff. And while I'm talking to them, like these are not crypto guys, they've got crypto, but it's a traditional business, traditional investor guys. And you, in the background, while we're talking on, I think it was CNBC or Bloomberg, literally they're talking about virtual real estate and how big this is going to be. And I just thought that was really cool to see that this is now penetrating the mainstream. So they actually had their big sale, and their big sale for the OVR NFTs 5,000 overland sold every day. They're selling around 5,000 different NFTs every day. In total, they've sold 60,000 of them. This is a project that kind of combines, virtual world with, the real world, augmented reality, VR, a lot of cool stuff. So definitely something to check out. Can we start making fun of the Hellcat now that, no. Who is how much did you pay this guy?
Major Dave, $5 super
It's
chat.
not, nobody thinks that. Like, I love you, TJ. Nobody thinks that, except for Dave.
No, a lot of people think that. The GTR is definitely a better car than the Hellcat, so we can. But the
what do you mean? It's a better car than the Hellcat? It's faster? It's not faster than the Hellcat.
faster, handles
It's not
better.
faster than the Hellcat.
Well, we just got to race it and find
We
out.
will race it. I will crush you. Like, I've got 800 horsepower. Like, I think I got that.
Yeah.
I'll be
The car's
fine.
also very, very, very heavy.
It is heavy. It is heavy.
That's what they say.
It's kind of like you versus me in general. Like, I would crush you. I'm bigger than you.
We'll see. In a race?
No. In hand-to-hand combat.
Oh. So you're saying if we, crashed them into each other, you would definitely win. But in a race...
I'm not willing to say I couldn't outrun you. I'm not willing to say it. Look, our little exercise bike the other day, we're going to get back on that. And you're going to find there was a lot going into that. You might still beat me, but I'm pretty quick for a big boy.
You are pretty quick. I'll give you that.
Thank you. TJ knows about my athletic expertise. I crush him in abs at the gym every day. Just so everybody knows.
You do have very strong abs. I'll give you that for sure.
Okay, so somebody says a video on post-IDO strategies would be great. I need to make that video, but it's a lot of research. There's so much to it. So I will commit. I will commit to making that video next week. I promise I will do it. I've been trying to get some resources. We're also going to have a futures contracts expiration video next week where we're going to explain exactly why the prices drop when these things expire. So we're in Market Watch. We haven't even got into the market yet.
Before they expire.
Yeah, you can just leave it there. It's fine. We'll just touch on this real quickly and then move on because we don't want the show to be a million hours today. We got 24-hour volume coming in at $124 billion. The volume's up a little bit. Once again, we see that in our numbers. But Bitcoin dominance falling again. Look, guys. Do you feel like... Where's Mr. Elron? Mr. Elron, what's around the corner, you think? Yell it!
Alt season!
Alt season! I love it. Could we be saying alt season? God, this 59.3... It's kind of turning me on right now. I'm going to be honest with you. Nothing I like better than a 59.3% Bitcoin dominance. You know the only thing I like better than 59.3%? A 30%. I love that. ETH dominance going down 11.3%. So overall market cap, we're back up to almost $1.7 trillion. And look at this. Bitcoin right now at about $1 trillion right there on the edge of it. Biggest winners of the day, we got Pancake Swap. Helium finally pumping. Just hit the top 100. We got some holdings in Helium. You guys saw that. Anchor, Thorchain. Anchor got listed on Coinbase. We didn't even talk about that. This isn't even on the rundown today. What are the Coinbase new coins? It's Anchor. Let's see. Here's more IPO FUD. What'd you say? It is Curve Storage. That's storage with a J. And Anchor. So, good for them for getting listed. I might want to own some Curve over there. I've never had Curve before. Okay, so, and then let's look at ones that are on sale today. Theta Fuel, Pundi X, Theta, they're all on sale. Might be a good day to scoop some of that. Thank you, Peter P. Thank you, Peter P. Cheetah's got a nice car. I like his car. I'm so happy for him that he finally moved out of the 2003 Beamer. Okay?
Everybody in the chat says GTR crushes the Lambo, or crushes the Hellcat. No. But they did say your clothes versus anything I'm wearing will always win.
My clothes?
Yeah, GTR might beat the Hellcat, but BitBoy's clothes greater than anything TJ wears.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I wear these clothes for y'all. TJ says he's a minimalist. Beat a Hellcat. Let's see what they say here. I mean, look, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Let's see. Well, that's the Charger. That's not the Challenger, but they say Challenger's better. It's rear wheel drive only power delivery means that GTR can beat it to 60. But I guarantee it that it's the same thing, just like with the Corvette. Once I hit a quarter mile, you'll never see me again. I have much better top speed, I'm sure.
I wouldn't bet that you'll beat the Corvette either.
What do you mean? And 0 to 60?
No, just in general.
Yeah. They've done lots of tests. You can watch all the races. I've watched the races. The The Hellcat will crush almost any car alive in a quarter mile.
It's very hard to get it to catch up. Like you have a hard time not losing power in the wheels. Yeah.
No, absolutely not. That's the Hellcat's biggest feature is the top speed and how fast it can go from fast to really fast. Has a hard time with the acceleration. It's still like 3.5. It's like 3.5.
The launch is the hardest part on the Hellcat.
Let's see here. We're going to have to look more into this. I want to know what professional drivers do because, look, I'm not a professional driver. I think I'll smoke you in it anyways. Look, the GTR eventually reeled in the Challenger at the halfway point. It was a Hellcat nipped the quarter mile, 11.18 seconds, a mere 10th faster. There it is. It's faster. There it is, right there. Surprisingly, the rear-wheel drive got off the line. Yeah, so GTR eventually, what is the halfway point?
And a lot of it depends on how it's set up, too. Because I haven't even tuned it or anything yet.
Look, guys, they're both fast cars.
Yeah.
But look, I'm an American. I don't know why TJ loves Japanese stuff. No offense to Japanese people. We love Japanese people. But I like American cars and Italian. I'll go American and Italian for the win.
I do not like American or Italian cars. I feel like they're
You guys heard it here
poorly
first.
made.
TJ is not a patriot.
Poorly
He does
made.
not like this country, which is bad. Look at all I've provided you with. Okay?
All right, we're going off the rails a little bit.
Yeah. Dang right you are. We're getting way off the rails here. Okay, so let's look at what's going on right now with Bitcoin. We'll look at the chart here, so you move on down to the chart. Okay, so I drew some new lines. Because you guys know when it looks bearish, the best thing to do is to draw new lines so it looks bullish. So I know that's what you guys want. You want the bull news, right? So that's definitely what I did here. So looking at the chart, basically just what I tried to do is I tried to look back and figure out like where, some touch points were. And I don't know which chart I was doing this on. Maybe the daily chart, it looks a little bit better. Basically what I was doing, I was finding some touch points and I was trying to find a bullish case. And really, if you look at the charts on some of the time frames, you see obviously it dipped down below there. There's a pretty solid channel. You got touch points right there, and then you got another bounce right there, and then you had the green side here, or the green part of the chart bounced off there. Let me make it a little bit bigger for you guys. And then if you look what we just did, we just bounced off of it. Now, I've been telling you guys 47K is very strong resistance, or very strong support, and I was expecting it probably to drop a little bit lower. But in my research group last night, shout out to my dude Jaron in the research group. He said, and I've only got, how many people are in our research group? 8 maybe?
Yeah, I was going to say, are you counting us?
No, not counting us.
I was going to say maybe 6. But it could be 8.
We got 6 guys that are in there all the time, for sure. And, Jaron said, you guys know what? Actually, the fact that everybody is so bearish right now, it makes me feel quite bullish. Because this week, everybody was really bullish going into the week, and look what happened. And, it is a little bit of of the kind of thing where, every time the price drops, it's not like everybody, suddenly turns bearish. You can see a market difference this week. Everybody went bearish and thinking that, bull run's over, yada, yada. We didn't think that, but we thought that we could be going down lower. I do not buy into the 2-part bull run theory. I don't think we will see that. And let's actually, while we're here on the chart, let's move on over to the Pi top cycle indicator. Let's see what it looks like today. See how close it is to touching here. Do like to keep a look on that. Woo-hoo! Let's see what it is today. Still holding at 800. So if we get a pump today, we could see these things start spreading apart again. So, but coming back here, looking at the chart, looking at what we got here, I'm going to show you guys some stuff going on with Market Cipher that is pretty interesting. I'm going to remove all the drawings here for this. But basically, so I was last night, somebody said we got a perfect bounce off of Sean Harrison. What's up, Sean? Go Braves. He said we got a perfect bounce of the 61.8% support level on the fib numbers on the daily chart. So definitely supports a bullish case there. But if we look at the charts here, okay, I want to show you guys this. You guys see the top of my screen here. I know it's kind of hard to see, but we have the 1 minute chart, 3 minute chart, 5, 15, 30, 45. These are all my favorites. 1 hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, day, weekly. And then I just added the 12 hour. You got other ones as well. You got the 6 hour and the 8 hour. Okay, let's start with the 4 hour here. And you guys can see what happened last night or a few hours ago. We got a big green dot on Market Cipher. Okay, big green dot on Market Cipher. So that was pretty good. I told you guys I was staying out of the market, didn't I? I said, guys, I'm staying out of the market. I don't want to get in the markets right now. I wanted to take a break from trading. So then I looked at the day or at the 6 hour chart, and looky there on the 6 hour chart, we also got green dot on the chart, meaning a bottom. You guys see where it was right here on this candle here, and I said to myself, oh, but here's what actually happened. I didn't see this. Somebody texted me last night, so shout out to my friend who texted me about this. It was like 9 or 10 o'clock. They're like, it's really late, but there's a green dot on the 6 hour. And I said, oh, let me go look. So I went and looked, and, I said, I was feeling pretty bullish, so I like did a little 30x trade, at 30x. I know I told you I was going to use conservative leverage, but, we'll talk about the trade itself in a second. The point is to say that we got the green dot on the 6 hour chart. So then I started thinking like, okay, what else we got? So then I went to the 8 hour chart. We got a green dot on the 8 hour chart. And guys, this doesn't happen very often. All year, we've got one of these. All year. If you go back and you look throughout the last year and for the last 365 days, that's only the fourth one. That's it. If you go look at the massive run-ups after these other ones, you'll see they were huge. One was right after the March crash, really in the last 365 days, we only got three of these. March crash, boom. Got another one right here, boom. We got one in January. Now, the one in January did end up double bottoming, so be careful. CF now calls the 4 hour big green dot the BitBoy. What does it say? The BitBoy dot? The BitBoy dot. Yeah, I like that. I like the BitBoy dot. Which, by the way, speaking of BitBoy dot here, I need to show this real quick. We forgot to do this. Somebody sent us this right here. This is the coolest thing ever. Do we know who sent that? What's the guy's name? I can't find it on here. I have to read the thing later. This is a WAV file. You can do this like augmented reality, and this actually pops me up on it talking.
Hold it up a little bit.
So This thing is freaking bad. It's called Sound Wave Art. It's from soundwaveart.com. Really appreciate it. We were so impressed. You guys will see on our daily hit video where we were playing around with this. It's awesome. If you guys ever want to send us anything, by the way, you guys can go to bitboycrypto.com and click the About tab, and our address is on there if you want to send us stuff. We're going to start opening that stuff live on air. So we didn't today, but we are going to start doing that in the future. The last thing I want to show you guys, this is the 8 hour chart, and you can go ahead and move to the 100K to 1 million. And I'll keep talking about the chart for a second because we're running way behind today. Are we losing viewers because we've been going so far? Alf?
No, we're fine.
Perfect. I love you guys. Thank you for listening to my rants. I appreciate that. But guys, there's one other thing I want to show you guys this is massive. Okay. So I'm going to go to the 12 hour chart now. Now, for the 12 hour chart, we don't get that much, movement on here, which I think I have Market Cipher 8 turned off. I sure do. Let me turn it back on. When we're looking here at this, we don't get green dots at the bottom very often. Now, if you look at the oscillator, okay, and you look here, you see we got a green dot, but we don't have a large green dot at the bottom. This thing was printing and reprinting and disappearing and appearing. Basically, when Bitcoin gets down to 52,900, it prints a large green dot. But right now, it's only the one on the momentum wave. But the ones on the momentum waves are still extremely bullish. The point is, we're only missing a large green dot on Market Cipher on the 12 hour chart by this much. And when you go back and look in the history of Bybit trading since 2019, there's only been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 of these in 2 years. So think about that significance. You'll hardly ever get them. And a lot of those were really, tied around the end of 2019 when there was a lot of manipulation, a lot of crazy stuff going on. So right now I am in a trade, and I feel like it's always 4D chess here. So I do want to show this to you guys. Right now we do have a trade. As you guys can see, we are right now up $10,000 in this trade. We had already closed the trade for this morning, And guys, if I come in and I don't show you my trade the next day, it's because I got absolutely wrecked. I did get absolutely wrecked the other day. We were all the way up at $130,000. Somebody says, if I picket and protest outside the banks, can I get a ride in the Lambo? I will probably say yes. But guys, we're down right now. Let me pull this over a little bit. Am I too far to the right as well? Do I need to pull it over? DJ?
No, that's fine.
It's fine. We're at 1.5 BTC. We're at $79,000. We got wrecked on that dip. I tried to catch the bottom twice, and we didn't do it. So you guys see, after we had the really good day where we did basically 0.7, look at those losses. That was a tough one. We lost over a Bitcoin on that, trying to catch that bottom. And a lot of you guys know. I saw people on Twitter like Nico was talking about it. We like Nico. He's a pretty good guy. He lost 6 figures on that dump. So for us to have only been in this challenge with a small amount and lost, we lost I think about 60K on it or so. It wasn't that bad. But we bounced back. We had a big trade last night. That made us 0.44 back. And so, guys, here's the thing. When you look at the Bitcoin chart, now, of course, if you guys want to sign up for Bybit, you guys can go to bitboycrypto.com/Bybit. We do have the competition going on right now. If you want to sign up for Bybit, you can just sign up on this page. If you want to get Market Cipher, you can go to the deals page. But there's a 7-day challenge. We're giving away $400,000 worth of crypto. So you're definitely going to want to go and sign up for that tab right up here, Bybit. You can see it. But what I wanted to say here was when we come back here to the chart, and let's go to the weekly chart here. Let's look at the weekly chart. Spread that back out there. I mean, guys, you guys can see, and I want to move this over to regular candles actually. So regular candles, you guys can see the pattern, right? Since December, basically, is that we get big run-ups. That was all of December pretty much pumped, right? And then January, the first week of January, we pumped real hard, and then we crashed real big. Then in the beginning of February, we pumped real hard, and then we crashed real big. That's such a terrible arrow. March, pump real hard. End of the month, we go way down. So the point here is this, is when we're doing these trades, and some of you guys might be losing. You might be losing. Market Cipher is the best indicator in the world. There's no question about that in my mind. But when we're in a bull market, and we are only longing Bitcoin, because that's what I'm doing. I told you, I thought about shorting yesterday, but I won't do it out of principle. I'm not going to do it in a bull market. It makes it much harder to be able to pick winning trades when you're going both directions. I just like to go one direction. It's worked for us, and that's what we're going to do, okay? So the point here is we're making all of our money at the beginning of these months on these run-ups. That's when we went from 10K to 100K. That's when we went from 80K to $1 million, which we had done. We withdrew it, 500K at a time, so we bought our Cardano with. But we're making the money in the big run-ups. We're getting a little wrecked on the run-downs, but we're doing the same thing. We're waiting for dips. It's just in the beginning of the months, it's pumping up a little bit harder, and at the end, it's going down, and we're catching falling knives. How do you know? You don't. You just don't. Sometimes you do the same thing over and over again. Is the consistency. Thank you, D. Martinis, for that super chat. The consistency of doing the same thing, you're not going to win 100% of the time. You may actually only win and lose about 50%, 50-50. But in trading, if you can win 50% of the time and manage your risk management on the downside, you will still have massive gains. That's because, you get in a trade like I'm in right now. It goes way up. You make a lot of money. And then you use a stop loss on the way down, so you can't lose as much as you gain. So we've been using stop losses lately. I don't always run with them, but the market feels very volatile right now. Okay, so let's move on to this story here. Grayscale Bitcoin Trust premium sinks to all-time lows. We kind of talked about this a few days ago, but here's a more official story on it. Trading at a negative for nearly 2 months. Grayscale Bitcoin Trust premium plummeted to negative 14.21% this morning. Historically, GBTC has traded at a high premium relative to the underlying Bitcoin, commanding an average of 15% premium since the fund's inception. But as competition grows and firms create cheaper, more accurate financial products, GBTC's appeal has dropped dramatically, and its premium clearly shows it. So this is a chart that shows the premium. On average, it's 15% you're having to pay to get into the Grayscale Trust. Right now, it plummeted to negative 15%. So why is that happening? Well, in late 2020, when Bitcoin prices nearly doubled, investors were willing to pay a hefty premium to gain exposure to the major crypto, resulted in a huge increase in inflow, leading to the number of GBTC shares skyrocketing to 692 million at the time. However, it doesn't allow for redemptions, wasn't an issue. But another reason why Grayscale Bitcoin Trust premiums continue to decline is due to the launch of new Bitcoin-based financial products and ETFs. Now, we know they have one in Canada. They've got one in Brazil. They've got other ones as well. Major investment banks, Goldman Sachs and Morgan Stanley, began offering Bitcoin futures products. We know NYDIG is talking about some kind of product for corporations. Fidelity just filed for their own one. So the point is, right now with the demand of Bitcoin not as high from the institutional level as it was when it was on the way up, it could be smoke and mirrors, okay?
Well, I would say it was at the high because at the time Grayscale was the only game in town. And
yeah, of course. I mean, that's what this whole article is saying. But my point is this, is even though Grayscale's not, even though now there's more competition, it shouldn't be running negative. You know what I'm saying? Like there has to be other factors in play. It's not just like everybody can go open all these other exchange funds and now Grayscale is going to basically pay you to take their Bitcoin, right? You want a premium for using the stock market. That's their whole business model. Now, you could also argue that Grayscale doesn't care at all because they've got so much Bitcoin, they have so much money, you know? I think that argument could be made. But there's a lot more competition right now. So the point is for Grayscale to get back on the plus side and there be a premium again, then I think the price of Bitcoin is going to have to go up and start attracting more institutional demand than even the current supply of new products can offer. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah. Is there any of those other super chats there we want to touch on or no?
Just thanks Rob. He didn't say anything.
Thanks Rob for that super chat. Thank you. Hey Ben, what are your thoughts on Kevin O'Leary buying only American BTC? Well, I mean, I like my cars American.
I guess he's saying like won't buy from Chinese miners. I guess I don't know.
Yes,
I don't know much about that. Yeah.
I support that 100%. I support this country. Yeah. Okay. Bitcoin retail investors. There's more along the same lines here. Bitcoin retail investors confident about $50,000 price bottom. The retail investor is putting bids in above 50K. Bitcoin fell from about 60,000 to nearly 50,000 this week, but it's not deviated retail interest, according to Robbie Liu of OKX. Investment analyst cited renewed buying activity near the $50,000 level. We told you this before. A lot of times when you have these ideas of low prices, it gets baked in because people are setting bids a little bit higher than those prices. So that's why it looked like it was going to 47, but it may not even, go down to 50. We talked about the premium. We just talked about that. There's more to do with this. We've got Bitcoin miners are now holding Bitcoin uptrend likely in April. God, I felt like, did we not? I thought I wanted to talk about April for a second here. I did want to talk about April, and I don't know how it didn't make it on the rundown. That's not that. So yeah, let me talk about this for just a second here. I'm going to skip over this story, but the long and the short of it is we are believing that there's less dumping for the miners, and that is kind of an indicator of the uptrend in April. This is what I want to show you guys here, okay? Which is that this is the Bitcoin monthly returns. I know I need to move that in a little bit there. This is the Bitcoin monthly returns. Now, when you look here at this chart, there should be, there should be a few things that stands out to you, okay? Number one thing is April and May are the two very best months traditionally for Bitcoin. In the history of Bitcoin, so that's, how many is this? 5, 10, that's 20 total months. 20 April and Mays, I guess would be a good way to say it. Out of 20, 80% of those have been positive months. And when you look at the negatives, here's what's really trippy. When you look at the negatives, there's really only been 1 month, which was the bear market in 2018, that had double-digit losses. Even these losses here, a 6% loss, a 4% loss, and a 1% loss, very small. Now compare that to the gains. 352%, 182%. Those are outliers, obviously. Then everything else after 2012 is pretty much double-digit wins. 27%, 61%, 35%, 10%, 27%. Even this month, when we had the red, you had 36% gain in April and then an 18% drop. So still overall profitable those 2 months.
It's also kind of fun to look at you can clearly see where the bull markets are, 2013, 2017, and then 2021 likely shaping up to be, green 9 out of the 12 months, most likely.
Yeah, that's sweet. Will that be that could be the longest run ever? We'd have to have a pullback at some point. Right now we're at 5 consecutive green months. And March will be green as well, so that'll be 6. So we could have 3 more. It'd go to June, then maybe have a red month, and then maybe, I don't know. Not exactly sure how it's all going to shake down. But the point is, there's basically an 80% chance that April is going to be a booming month for Bitcoin. And that's really exciting. Now, what are the price targets? 70K, obviously, but 80K really seems to be the price target that a lot of people are looking at. 100K could be in May. That would fit. Traditionally green month, so you get a green month in March going up to 80K. You get April going up to 100K, and then maybe you do get a pullback in May before you get another green summer and things like that.
And we did notice when we were looking at the futures, most of them rolled over into new contracts between 80 and 100K. So that's what those futures contracts are looking at too.
Yeah, so the point is this, guys. It's been a tough month. It's been a tough week. I'll just say it like that. Not a tough month. It's been a tough week, but we do believe that April is going to be a really good month. The end of the month could still be red, but the Coinbase IPO, I think, is going to pull a lot of that up. So we'll just have to see. We're going to talk about the Coinbase IPO today at, I think we moved our times, by the way, to 3 and 7 Eastern instead of 2 and 6. So you guys will see our videos a little bit later. Okay. So let's see here. Bitcoin buyers mean business Coinbase reserves. It's kind of the same thing. Let's move on. Let's talk about this story because I thought this was really fascinating. When are they going to draw one of these of me? Cointelegraph. You have your Russian mafia artist who can really make a good rendition of the BitBoy. It'd be really nice if you could do that. If you could draw me with a Liger shirt, I would appreciate that. Liger is my favorite animal. Somebody says, let's see, Matthew Figueroa says, new to crypto and learning a lot from your channel about TA and the projects itself. Keep it up. God bless. Ignore the haters. Thank you, guys. It's, sometimes it just gets to me a little bit, because we really try so hard to do right stuff on this channel. And when people hurl baseless accusations because they're bitter, because their favorite YouTuber isn't as big as me, which is what a lot of the hate we get right now is, this person should be bigger than you. Well, I'm a big boy. Okay? Real big boy. But anyways, it is what it is. And I thank you for the support, Matthew. Thank you everybody else for the support. So anyways, SEC's crypto mom warns selling fractionalized NFTs could break the law. Fractionalized NFTs and baskets of non-fungible tokens could easily be considered investment contracts under U.S. securities law, warns SEC Commissioner Hester Pierce. Somebody says, word is SunTrustless Bank is coming out with its own NFT. Yeah, guys, we're on them banks. Y'all know that. We're going to stay on that. New Money Gang with a shout out. Y'all make sure to head on over to New Money Gang on YouTube and subscribe to that. So I guess that's your boy J-Chain's in the building. But okay, so here we go. We will have more stuff on the banks next week. Pierce urged NFT issuers to be cautious if they decide to sell fractional interests in NFTs or NFT baskets, stating, you better be careful that you're not creating something that's an investment product. That is a security. So here's a question. Are baseball cards an investment product?
No.
No, right? Well, but why not? Why not? Why do people buy baseball cards?
To collect them. Are you basically saying are collectibles investments?
I mean, I could make a very strong argument that collectibles are investments, period. Right? That's why it's a market. That's why the collectible market is so strong. That you can try, and this is where we really get into just the whole rigmarole about investments and money and regulation is just dumb. I hate it. Like, I can't stand it that I have to come on here and I'm supposed to tell everybody every time, I am not a financial advisor. Like, if I had a degree sitting out here that says a financial advisor and I wasn't, like, okay, I get it. But like, I'm just a guy on YouTube making videos. Why is it that I get held to a different standard because we're talking about money products and any other product, credit card products? I mean, it's not the same thing. So the whole thing is so dumb to me because Pokemon cards, not Pokemon cards, okay? Kids buy them sometimes and then they hold on to them and later they might realize they're an investment, whatever, okay? Most of the people these days that are buying autographed football helmets, for instance, they're buying them as an investment. They're buying them to turn around and sell them. There's a gigantic market out there of sports collectibles and sports memorabilia. So to make an argument that NFTs or baskets of NFTs or fractionalized NFTs, that they're any more of an investment because it involves cryptocurrency than a baseball card or a movie poster, it's just idiotic to me. And Hester Pierce is someone who is very bullish on cryptocurrency and has said a lot of very favorable things, and we like Hester. But to me, this just continues to highlight how dumb the whole thing is.
I was going to say it's almost like they need to redefine what a security is rather than trying to fit all of these new assets into what a security is. They need to work on new definitions for securities.
Yeah, but they've already said they don't want to do that.
Right.
They want to stick to the 100-year-old definition that doesn't apply to anything digital.
That's the problem. None of this stuff will ever fit into those categories.
Yes. Yeah, our whole system will collapse before they do that, which just shows how idiotic all these people are. You have 3 years to develop the network so that the token is actually usable or the network is decentralized. And at that point, it's clear the security laws don't apply, and everything you say will be covered by anti-fraud laws under security laws. This is basically talking about token sales and about different networks. This is kind of what they said about Ethereum. It's so decentralized. It's not the same as XRP and things like that. Now, what are they talking about specifically with these fractionalized NFTs? Well, unfortunately, they don't necessarily give like a lot of good examples here of this. Let's see what these ones are. Two novel solutions, fractionalized. What projects are these? Let me look through here. I didn't see this part. With pieces such as Beeples, owning a portion. A new decentralized project called Fractional will allow NFT owners to mint tokenized fractional ownership of their pieces. This is so stupid. Like, this is so dumb. All these people are saying is that I'm going to have a piece of art and you can own a part of that art. And now the government is saying that might be an investment product. Like, I can't with these people sometimes. Like, I really can't with them. It's so archaic and so stupid the way that our government handles money stuff. It's like they're trapped in, 1841 or something like that. I don't even know what happened in 1841. So that's one of these projects, Fractional. The other one is DAO-Fi, it looks like. So I haven't heard of either one of these projects. So don't know much about them, but it is just really dumb. We can fractionalize things and sell things. I tell you what it is they really don't like the idea. It's kind of like why they gave Spencer Dinwiddie a hard time about wanting to tokenize his own contract. He wanted to tokenize his contract. He played for the Nets. I think he got traded, I don't think he plays for Nets anymore. Maybe he does. I'm not sure. Didn't he go to the Rockets? Let me look that up real quick. But anyways, the point here is they didn't want to let him do that. Kind of like the NFL didn't want to pay Russell Okung either. They're just stuck in this old way of thinking, and it is definitely, no, they did not trade him. They held onto him. But they're just stuck on this old way of thinking, and we need changes. And you know what we need? We need people like you. We need people like the BitSquad to stand up. That is why, with this whole bank thing on Twitter, I'm going after these people. I will not stop until I get a public apology, and then I still may not stop. We're going to take these people out one day at a time. You know what? I've got, not only do we have, where's my freaking check? It's gone here. Not only do we have our BB&T check here, from the last thing they ever sent us where they closed our account. I've got that. But on my refrigerator at home, I have a BB&T check that I wrote myself when I started my first online business in 2011. I wrote myself a check for $1 million. And, my wife and I, we talked about how cool would that be one day if we could cash that check. Now, and here's the thing. I have enough money to cash that check. I can cash that check. I have over $1 million. Obviously, you guys know that. Okay? But I can't because they closed my account. They tried to ruin my story. I wanted to have a whole video where I had this check and I went and I cashed it from years. Same account I have for years and years and years. And they shut it down because of a Coinbase transaction. And so BB&T, which by the way, BB&T, let me tell you my goal. SunTrust has bought BB&T. okay? Or they've done a merger, basically. The new company is called Truist, Truist. My goal, and every week we're going to be working on this, is to destroy Truist, ruin their brand, and destroy them before they even get fully launched. So you bet your bottom dollar we're going to keep coming for them because I'm pissed I can't cash my check. $1 million check, I can't cash it. So anyways, we're going to continue going. It's just so archaic. And you know what? If I got to okay. If I got to start, going after the government commissions too, I mean, we'll talk about them too. Because this is so insane, the kind of things that they're talking about and the kind of things they're saying. We're not going to stand up for this anymore. We're the people. It's us. We're the people. We are the people that make up this country. They don't get to determine everything. They're just random Joe Schmoes that work their way up by doing whoever knows what. We all know what they're doing. Okay? So anyways, we're going to continue going at these people. Eternity, by the way, didn't want to talk about Eternity Chain for just 1 second because this thing is crushing it. Right now, it's coming in at number 173. It just broke $16. Look at it. It just broke $16. I think it was 20 when we first started talking about it. Yesterday, Fernando Tatis, let me go to my page here because I retweeted it. Fernando Tatis of, doesn't he play for the Padres? Isn't that who he plays for? I know none of y'all know. But he was involved in this tweet. It's somewhere down here. There it is. Tatis Jr., it's a Fernando Tatis Jr. He's getting into the NFT game. He will be partnering with Impossible Brief and Eternity Chain for limited edition pieces. You guys think I just say this stuff for my health? You think I just say it for my health? You think I stand this firmly behind a project like Eternity and I just do it for my health? No. This one is a crusher. It's going to continue to do well. Let's see, how many followers does old Tatis have?
Weren't expecting that, were you?
No, I was expecting millions. I mean, he's a superstar, right? I mean, he's their best player.
Yeah.
So wow, that's really crazy. I didn't know he was shortstop. I think he was an outfielder. He plays on the Padres. They're irrelevant out there most of the time, but they did make the playoffs last year. But he's definitely a very interesting character. So I can't believe that I actually have more followers than him. Wow. I you know what's funny is I also on Twitter posted this here, which was pretty crazy. Let's see where it is here. I said, so like you may hate me because I'm just on this thing where a lot of people are giving me hate right now, but your kid wants to be me. Top 5 jobs that kids want in the United States or in the world, maybe, I'm not sure. YouTuber and a blogger and a vlogger. I have the most prized job in the world by kids, of course. So, times are changing. I want to be a professional. I want to play baseball. I want to be a professional baseball player.
I was going to say we could get you to be a pop star. Get all 3.
Oh, and also, like, Drake has a song called Pop Star, so you could be a pop star and a rap star.
And a movie star and a
movie star.
Maybe
I could do it all.
Maybe you could do all 5.
I could, but it still hurts my heart that I never ended up in the major leagues. Still hurts my heart. That's what I wanted to be when I was a kid. For my, all the way through high school, that's what I thought I was going to be, and then went down a bad road. Didn't even play in college.
Once we own the team, maybe you could play.
I will tell you that has crossed my mind. By the way, athlete number 8. Athlete is actually number 8 on this list. So
interesting.
I was shocked by that. Kids want to be YouTubers now. They want to be athletes like they used to. So what are all the comments? Are they all like making jokes about me because they were saying that I'm out of shape? I bet.
Don't bag on the Padres, says Angel Ramirez.
Hey, I love it when underdogs win. I don't want to beat the Braves, but I love it when underdogs win. So Eternity's crushing it. That's the long and short of it. Up $60. Y'all saw it's a huge holding in our portfolio. So all right, let's look at these delays because this is kind of some weird stuff here. Which is Ethereum scaling solution Optimism delays its mainnet launch at least until July. Somebody says, Zach says, with $20 super chat, great content, awesome people. Glad to be a part of the BitSquad, watching every day. We appreciate all of you guys from the bottom of our heart, for sure. So if you don't know what Optimism is, we did a video recently where we talked about layer 2 solutions for Ethereum. Somebody says, Chain Games Madden launch? Don't know what that is. Thank you for the super chat. Zach Fox says, hey, love the channel so far. What are your thoughts on, I don't know anything about that. Is that Helium? Is H&T Helium? It says there will be buying a handful of hotspots to place across Phoenix. Okay, well, that's interesting. I know they do want to do some mining out west.
H&T is helium.
It is helium?
It is.
Yeah, so we like helium. Yeah, I saw up there, I didn't think that was shilling, so. Okay, so Ethereum scaling solution optimism is going to be delayed. This is basically a way to scale the Ethereum network, but now they postponed the public launch. Now estimates the mainnet launch in July, which is going to be around the same time that the London hard fork is going to be coming into play. That's going to have that EIP 1559 in it. Mainnet was scheduled to roll out this week, and now it's not going to be till July. Like, what? That's so long. Optimism uses what's called optimistic rollups. These are basically ways to make the Ethereum network faster. I mean, I'm not going to pretend to understand the exact tech behind it, but it uses, you've got two different kinds of rollups. You have the ZK rollups and you have the optimistic rollups. And Optimism obviously uses optimistic rollups. I mean, I guess they're hoping for the best.
Fruit roll-up joke?
No, it was an optimism joke.
Oh.
Hoping for the best.
I was looking into the Madden mainnet thing, sorry. That's just the name of Chain Game's next release, their mainnet release. It's not like Madden.
It's not like
game.
Madden game.
No.
I love Madden. That's my favorite game. In Mortal Kombat. I've told everybody here I'm going to recommend that. Mainnet was scheduled to roll out. But that's not the only thing, guys. This is not the only delay. We also have.
Yeah, this is the big one.
I was getting ready to actually do a video with Hoshoshi this week or next week about, the Cardano smart contracts. And now they've been delayed, and it's not good, guys. Not good. Because, and this is why I say it's not good. Does it really matter in the grand scheme of things? Does it really matter for the value of the coin? No, it doesn't. Listen. You only get real on this channel. Don't buy into this. The product right now matches the price. It's just not. Like, anybody that tells you that is trying to give you talking points. They're not being honest with you. The product of Cardano does not have anything to do with the price right now. The product of Ethereum does not have anything to do with the price. Same thing for Binance Chain, same thing for Polkadot. None of these, as big as these ecosystems are, none of these are anywhere close to mainstream adoption. As Charles Hoskinson would say, they're just a pond in the middle of a giant ocean, okay? For where these are going to be in 4 years. I've told you guys for a long time that I believe 4 years from now is when we're going to finally start seeing the actual use case and utility and quality of the project start to matter. It's all speculation at this point. Like, you guys see the stuff that pumps, you never even heard of it, and it goes up 100%. It's called a crypto bull run. It's based on speculation. But the reason why I say that this is tough for Cardano is because the number one critique of Charles Hoskinson and Cardano has been the slow roadmap. They were starting to move along and make a lot of progress. And, this is going to bring out a lot of the haters. There's going to be a lot of the people that are going to come out and say things, like, told you, blah, 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 blah. It's just not going to be good from a media perspective, a narrative perspective. So Cardano smart contracts won't be ready this month. The Goguen phase, maybe it should be Goguen, but that's another story. The Goguen phase is a great equalizer in terms of bringing smart contracts to Cardano. It was split into 3 development stages. During Cardano 360, Hoskinson gave a timeline for Alonzo's completion. Now, it's not Alfonso. It's Alonzo. Yo, did you get that joke? Do you know that joke, TJ? Did you snicker?
I did snicker.
Why'd you snicker?
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, there is a little joke going on the internet about that, but that's another story. He said this process requires integration into the ledger and node code, which is happening now through to April. At the same time, alpha partners will be running acceptance criterion tests. What's occurring right now, all throughout March and all throughout April, is the integration into the node to get a CLI. As that integration is happening, partners are being brought in, and these are alpha partners, so they're very close and deep in court of company. Expected August rollout leads to backlash. All of the above is scheduled to finish by the end of June. At this point, the final stage involves bringing all of the stakeholders up to speed. Hoskinson gives us a 4 to 6 week time frame, taking us into mid-August for the Alonzo hard fork. If that occurs, what we will do is wait 4 weeks minimum for our partners, the Coinbases, the Binances, Yoroi, all these people who have infrastructure that need to upgrade, that need to upgrade, test, and modernize for Alonzo before we do the Alonzo hard fork So, and here is Charles Hoskin saying, basically backing up everything I just said. And he's not the only person saying this, guys. And it's not a coincidence that we've had some red days. When we have red days, you can't handle what the hate that comes on a few red days. Just when you got a red day, take it in stride. It's not that bad. It's going to bounce back. Until it doesn't, then it will be bad. Then a lot of you will hate me for telling you it's over. But that'll be a long time from now. I've noticed a massive surge in toxicity, FUD, and trolling and outright slander lately. Muzme Cardano is finally perceived as a threat to the status quo, and we are on the right track. Stay focused, everyone. The next 6 months are going to be a rough but rewarding ride. Maybe that's what he was saying. Maybe he was alluding a little bit. Didn't mean to do that. Maybe he was alluding a little bit to the fact that, this was going to be late and they were going to get some heat for it and things like that. So what was that super chat up there above the one before that? Stevie B says he's got some pizza for everybody if y'all want to go over to his pizza buffet. But he says, couldn't thank you enough for yesterday's video on crypto portfolio. Make up with percentages. Stay safe. I was surprised. I thought that video would do a lot better. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. If there was something about that video you guys didn't like, let me know. But I think showing you guys how to set up an example portfolio. We've also had, we've had a lot of really hot videos lately. So I just wanted one of our best performers. And somebody also said beating Lark with your shirt game. Somebody said, Jeb says, hi Ben, transparency video didn't have Litecoin. And I've been wondering, I don't think that had 100% of our portfolio. Like, for sure, the wallets that we have Litecoin and Matic in are attached to that. But somebody said Matic wasn't on there either, but we definitely own Matic. So we definitely own Litecoin on Coinbase. We've had it on Coinbase. We have that's where we bought it from, $15,000 worth of Litecoin. Was that not on the portfolio?
I don't remember. There's definitely some stuff that's missing, but not anything major. All of our big holdings were there. I'd say that, the more I thought about it, I'd say that's 90%, even not quite 95%, but it's most everything.
Yeah, it's most everything. But it doesn't, for whatever reason, I don't think it tracks every single, you hook it up, and I don't know if it tracks everything, but it's basically everything. So here's what we didn't do. We didn't open up all of our portfolios around all the interwebs and all of the cold storage and all this stuff. And we didn't look at the CoinStats tracker and cross-check them. We just assumed they'd all be there. They all, sunk up, or synced up. So, but we do own Litecoin. I do have $15,000 worth of Litecoin. It's not a ton, but we do have some Litecoin. And we definitely do have Matic, but it's very small. I think we only have I think it was $5,000 that we put in. I think it popped up so much. I think it went up to $20,000 or something like that. So, okay, so let's move on. Let's look at the charts here. Let's see, where are the charts? Let's look at the Ethereum charts here. Everybody loves the ETH. We'll talk about the Ether pump in a minute. Y'all love the Ether pump?
It's just fun to say.
It's so fun to say. I really love saying it. Okay, so let's take a look here. We do know we had this big, long support line, that held for a really long time. And of course, it broke this week. It was about 1730, and now it's broken down pretty bad. We did get a green dot. We've gotten several green dots here on the 4-hour chart, and they just keep running out of gas. The one thing I would say is since we got this last green dot here on Ethereum, it has gone up, and it looks like it's heading in a positive direction. Hopefully this will look back as, one of the kind of, moments or points when, things went pretty bullish. Oh, Bitcoin's up. Let's look at our trade here. Oh, okay. Trade's up. That's good. What are we at? I wonder what we're at over here now on this. Sorry, just cross-checking here. Back up to 85. Want to get this back up to whatever. Let's see. Be careful when talking about the second to last point. They could take the stream down. I'm not sure what thing he's talking about.
This.
Oh.
That's another one of those things that is heavily filtered.
Huh. Interesting. Well, we'll be very careful around that topic. Thank you for that suggestion. Has to do with crypto. So obviously, we are not getting political on that. But back to the charts here. When we're looking here at Ethereum, the long and the short of it is right now we have been in since, the 21st. We have been in on the 4-hour chart in oversold territory. You guys can see it by the green line down there at the bottom. We've gotten several green dots, meaning the price should go up. But then, of course, you never really know. So taking a look over here at Cardano, it's back up to $1.21. It spiked all the way back up to $1.28 here. I think here's the thing. Let's look back at what happened with Matic and Cardano. Because with Matic, we did see like a 200% pump after it listed on Coinbase. Matic did not have the gigantic run up leading up to that Cardano had. Cardano had just set new all-time highs. Bulls were already a little exhausted, as they say. With Matic, though, it kind of came out of nowhere. With Cardano, we were kind of anticipating some kind of big news. And then we got that big news, and obviously it was the Coinbase listing. And I thought it would have pushed us up further. But of course, we do know that we also had, the market move was not favorable in general as Bitcoin started to dip, started to go down right around this time. Now, Cardano obviously earlier in the year had moved separately from Bitcoin. Bitcoin was sideways and Cardano was pumping, or Bitcoin was even going down and Cardano was pumping. But right now, it looks like we could have another really strong uptrend developing here. We peaked out at $1.28. $1.30 does seem to be like a little bit of a hard level here for Cardano. But let's look at was it the daily chart somebody was talking about? I think it was a 4-hour chart, actually. Let me pull this up here. Somebody was talking about on one of these charts that we were getting some yellow X's. Let me see which one it was. I did just see a yellow X a second ago. Yeah, it looks like they were talking about back here. So we did have some downward action. We had that blood diamond for Cardano, and then we had our yellow X, which means manipulation. The yellow X's, they're bad in the short term because it means the price is dropping. But a lot of times you can kind of look at those yellow X's like that's the whale's last thrusts on the way down. So, maybe in general we have found some stability here for Cardano, and we could be looking at it heading back up soon. But on the 4-hour chart, we do kind of have some decent news here. Which looking at the 4-hour chart, you got a reversal, meaning that we now have a bullish pattern developing for Cardano, and you got the green dot at the top, which isn't super, super, super bullish, but somebody says audio is changing their life. What is audio doing right now? We talked about audio on, I think it was on Crypto's channel as a potential, 39% gainer. So there's another one. Token Metrics loves this project. It's up 100% in the last week since we started talking about it. We haven't talked about it nearly as much as we have Eternity Chain, but this is an NFT project. And by the way, guys, we did our portfolio video, right? We did our portfolio video, and it was good. People liked it. We got a lot of really great responses of it. It was a little risky, I think, to do, not from any perspective other than just nobody had done it before, And people were saying that people would say things like they'd find the one coin that we don't have or whatever coin it is that they're into that we didn't have. And they'd be like, oh, he did a video where he talked about it and he didn't own it. Guys, we've covered 789 coins on this channel. We're a crypto channel. It's what we do. We research. We talk about coins. We don't own every coin that we talk about. If we did, that would be extremely limiting, right? If we could only talk about coins that we own. So we talked about audio. I own 0 audio. If it goes on Coinbase, I'll buy some. But we don't own audio. But this is a big winner. This obviously we've been talking about it on Sunday night in our Token Metrics interview, and then we also talked about it or live stream. Then we talked about it on Tuesday with Crypto on his channel. I don't know what day he published it, Tuesday or Wednesday. And now look, boom, it's gone up. So definitely pretty good. We own 0 of this. I've never owned any of this, just so you guys know. Okay, so let's move on to the Ether pump. Oh, man, there's so much good stuff to talk about with the Ether pump. Bitcoin has been dropping with Ethereum, but here's why ETH is still outperforming Bitcoin. And I will tell you this, if ETH comes back to life after 3 months in the grave, on that beautiful Sunday morning, I'll feel pretty good. The Ether pump will be great. We'll be hiding Easter eggs that have Ethereum logos on them. Because at some point, this has got to happen, right? So anyways, the price of Bitcoin faced a massive correction the last few days. But according to this guy, Steve Ehrlich, there's several reasons that explain Bitcoin's recent volatility. He stated a bigger concern for Bitcoin's markets was the fact that central banks are raising interest rates. But he goes on to say, he said that lately, Ether has been gaining importance. Same thing I've been telling you guys. It's amazing, isn't it? and now I don't know if I'm saying Easter with a lisp or if I'm saying Ether. Ether has been gaining importance among institutional investors who continue to show interest in ETH. For instance, Me Too, a Chinese tech company, such a funny name, recently added $17.9 million worth of Ether. I've been telling you guys, the narrative for Ethereum is changing. It's changing from just being about a smart contract platform to being about institutional investing. We do know that this is going. Someone said, can the videos be shorter in time? Our live streams? Is that much what they're talking about? Because our other videos are less than 10 minutes.
Yeah.
It takes a lot to cover the news. So we like the hour-long live stream, and of course, I go over a lot. So, okay. So here we go. Yeah, so basically, the long and the short of it is, Ethereum still, with as crazy as this year's been for Bitcoin, Bitcoin has gained 679%. Ether up 1,066% on the yearly time frame. Here's the thing, guys. At some point, I've been telling you guys this, it's bubbling. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Ethereum is going to explode. And all the people who are telling you that has to do with the gas prices and all this, it's just not true. Like, there's definitely some institutional manipulation. No coincidence that the futures get launched. And, we saw a little bit of a pump in the beginning, but now we've seen it be held back. We do know that the miners, there's been a war going on in the background for Ethereum mining. That looks like that is going to be subsiding soon. But there's I'm telling you, there's no relationship between Ethereum's issues and the price. There just isn't. The institutional investors are listen. The retail investor has not even showed up yet in this bull market. Okay? When every person you know is talking about Bitcoin, when you go out to eat with somebody and they're like, have you heard about this Bitcoin thing? You hear it at another table, people talking about it. Your waiter comes over, oh, I heard you mention Bitcoin. That's when you know the retail is here. This has been all institutional and corporation. That's really been the thing that's been the most interesting thing to me is the corporations, MicroStrategy and Tesla, and some others have really been driving the price, the narrative. We haven't seen that before, okay? In extension, we're seeing the institutional money coming in. The retail investor has not even arrived yet. Do you know how you know? Because when the retail investor arrives, that's when you're close to the top of the market. We're not there yet. We're just at the middle. We're at the middle. We can go over here and we can look at a Glassnode, and we can know that. If we come over here and we look at the Nupal chart, for instance, let me pull this up real quick here. You come here and you look at the Nupal, okay, you would know that we're not close yet. The Nupal, obviously, net unrealized profit and loss. We're on a downswing. We've not peaked into the blue yet. When we peak into the blue, we're in trouble. We also know the stock to flow chart. The stock to flow chart is also not showing. We're right on track with it. Like, there's no reason to be concerned about any of this. All we're waiting for now is the Kraken to be released, if you will, for Ethereum and the price to go up. And it's really a frustrating thing from my perspective in my end to know that that it's being held back, but it will get there. There's no way. Like, I was on another show, and it's just amazing, like the different audiences in cryptocurrency. I was on another show, and mentioning a $10,000 Ethereum they think is like taboo. Like, there's no way there will be a $10,000 Ethereum this year. If Ethereum is not at $10,000 by the end of this year, at some point, I'll eat my shoe. I'm no John McAfee.
Yeah, okay? I was thinking the same thing.
You thought it was? No,
that was pretty good.
Yeah, I'll eat my shoe. Okay, because it's definitely going to at least $1,000. The same. I'll tell you who these people are. The people that do not believe Ethereum can hit $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 during this bull cycle, they're the exact same people that were calling me a moon boy in 2019 for saying the Bitcoin will go over $50,000. They're the same. You know who these people are? They're the people that lost money, but they still got interested in crypto, but they don't have the confidence to go back in the market. And so they get angry. Wait, how many of you guys, this is what I want you to do. Smash the like button, okay? But I want you guys, if you have made money with the information on this channel, if you have more money today than you had before you started watching this channel, put a $sign in the chat. I already know what it's going to look like. Dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign, dollar sign. Because I know everybody says it. We know. So you get these people that are watching these channels and they're not making money because they're either an older audience or they're not as savvy or they just can't believe that we're in this new generation of money. Okay? The fact is, everybody watching this channel pretty much has been making money. And I know that. I talk to people every day. We're doing a meetup, by the way, at Andretti's. There it is. There it is. Y'all see it? Does everybody see that? Everybody's a hater. Do you see it? Do you see what's happening? People watching this channel are making money. And you got people out there that are haters, and they hate to see you succeed. They hate to see it. I'd throw them off a bridge, what I'd do.
Oh, jeez, we triggered the filter.
We triggered it. We triggered it. Now it's hiding. There's more dollar signs than we have in our portfolio. That's what I'm saying. But the point is, guys, people are making money. They're doing well on this channel. And, you know, I'm very proud of everybody in here who does it. Look, the average viewer of this channel is very high IQ. I will tell you that much. You are very high IQ if you are watching this channel compared to a lot of the other ones out there. There's a lot of other good channels out there, though. Don't get me wrong. We love a lot of people. You guys know the people we like. But anyways. Okay, so let's move on, guys. Let's talk about this thing. That's going to make people buy ETH. Everybody, please, not financial advice. It's not a security to go buy it. That's kind of a joke, but I mean, I do hope people start seeing, like, guys, we're going to look back on this. And this is something we don't really talk about. We're going to look back at this time as the greatest accumulation zone for Ethereum in this bull cycle, obviously. So we got this guy, Soros. Can I say the Dinosaurus Fund Management has invested in cryptocurrency infrastructure. Bitcoin is at its inflection point caused by the current global economic situation. I'm seeing all these dollar signs like that's way more than I expected. Yeah. That's a lot of dollar signs. I love you guys so much.
People are making money.
I'm so proud of all of you. Like, I'm so proud of you guys for being able to believe in something and stand for it and make money on it. What better thing is there out there than that? I love it. I love seeing all you guys are making money. Bitcoin is at its inflection point, said Don Fitzpatrick, the CIO of the Dinosaurus Fund Management. When it comes to crypto generally, we're in a really important moment in time. Something like Bitcoin might have stayed a fringe asset, but for the fact that over the last 12 months, we've increased the money supply by 25%, so there's a real fear of debasing fiat currencies. I am going to talk, by the way, tonight in that video, we are going to talk about the fact that we're going to talk about inflation a little bit in this altcoin video, because it's very important to understand we could be facing hyperinflation. Most economists do not think that we're going to face hyperinflation in the United States because of our position in the world. But if I actually read what a lot of those economists say, they sound pretty dumb. So I don't know. Are we going to face inflation? I'm not sure. But, you know, I don't know. I'm just saying, a lot of these economists, I probably have more money than. So maybe they should come ask me what I think about hyperinflation. But the point is that there's actually a very strong relationship between your thoughts on inflation and the dollar and currency and what you're going to do with altcoins. So it's going to be a very interesting conversation tonight, so make sure you come and talk about that. Okay, so the fund management has previously displayed a somewhat controversial approach toward primary cryptocurrency in the past. Founder called BTC a typical bubble in mid-2018, another idiotic statement. But the organization started trading The founder called Bitcoin a typical bubble in the mid-2018 timeframe. But the organization started trading Bitcoin and other crypto assets just a few weeks following. You can't make this stuff up about these people. So anyways, we got that, but then there's a little bit more too, isn't there? There were two of them, weren't there? Bitcoin no longer a fringe asset. It's basically the same story here.
It's the same story.
Yeah, so here's the thing. We're starting to see Soros Fund Management and Douchebank. Douchebank also just came out and said that they believe that Bitcoin is too large to ignore. All of these largest funds are getting in crypto, and they want you to think 60K was a top. Look, guys, You think all these people are getting into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency at the peak of the market right now? You think right now they're just jumping into this? They've already been in it, first of all. But second of all, here's what they're trying to do. They're like an Indian with a flute. An Indian, someone from India specifically, with a flute and the little the jar, right, with the cobra in it, right? Bitcoin, that the friend just said. You will like it. Here comes the cobra, just coming up, ready to strike, right? You're the cobra. They're trying to play the flute. They're trying to pull you up. They're trying to get you excited about Bitcoin. They want to get all the newer investors, the retail investors that I said has not happened yet, okay? They're trying to get you guys into this so eventually they'll sell you the top of the market. That's what these people are trying to do. We're not there yet, but they're starting to come out now and be like, you know what, we think Bitcoin's kind of good now. They don't want to say too much about it because they don't want it. They don't want the cobra to come out of the jar too fast, okay? You know that, look, with the corporations, not selling Bitcoin, okay? PayPal, not going to sell their Bitcoin. Tesla, they ain't going to sell their Bitcoin. MicroStrategy, definitely ain't selling their Bitcoin. Grayscale, not selling their Bitcoin. These institutional funds, they're going to dump on you quicker than you can believe. You can go ahead and take that to the bank if a bank will let you have an account there. Okay, so last thing here, crypto indecision. So one thing I've been seeing a lot, like if you go and you look at our YouTube channel, for instance, why would he say Sheldon Evans was the biggest crypto YouTuber? Why would he even say that? Doesn't even make sense. Okay, we come over here and let's take a look at our live streams here. We got our past live streams. We got Bitcoin price, which, by the way, guys, make sure you come here and you do subscribe to these channels, by the way, New Money Gang and Hit Network. It helps us with our business. So you're supporting the channel when you go subscribe to those channels, okay? But we got dangerous price action. That was yesterday. Day before, 100K Bitcoin incoming. Day before, Bitcoin news, the bottom is in. Best opportunity for gains. Insane Bitcoin moves. And of course, what happened all of these days? The price drop. If you're newer to crypto, you got to understand, okay? We only do the best we can with the information that we have. But cryptocurrency is dynamic. If we were to go back and we were to look at the charts on Wednesday, I think it was, or Tuesday, I think it was Tuesday, we were getting all the indications in the chart on Market Cypher that the bottom was in. I thought the bottom was in for sure. I thought it was going to go up and maybe it was going to correct on Friday. But unfortunately, that just did not happen. Oh, look at that. It says, speaking of dinosaurs, Mr. Alex Jones announced that he's, I'm going to be careful with them words.
I know.
Announced that he's all in on BTC with Max Kaiser yesterday. So, all right. Well, we know you watch the channel.
Yeah, he was looking at it when he said he was talking to us. He still wasn't sure that the government didn't create it, but he was doing his research.
For the globalist.
Yeah, globalist, yeah. The global elitist.
That's a pretty good Alex Jones impression.
Yeah.
For the globalist. Yeah, so anyways, we were on that show, only talking Bitcoin. Once again, don't get political around here. But anyways, guys, so come back here looking at these. Here is the point, okay? The point is that sometimes you might feel like you're getting a mixed message, okay? Because we think the bottom's in. And then the next day, it wasn't. And, trust me, nobody hates that more than me. I can assure you, as angry as y'all get at the market, I get just as angry at it, I promise, okay? But it's our job to come out here and make content all the time. You got to look at this by time frames, okay? If we go, for instance, and we look at the Bitcoin chart, let me clear this out a little bit. Let me remove the drawings here. When we look at the Bitcoin chart, let's go to the here to the traditional Bitcoin. Is that Bitstamp chart? Let's zoom it out here. This is the weekly time frame here we're looking at. Okay, this goes all the way back to 2012. Okay, I can take any point on this chart and I can double click it. And it looks like a straight line, right? Like, it really looks like a straight line where you're looking at it. But, no, that's not a double click it. I guess maybe if I can drag it. I guess I got to zoom into it. Never mind. I can look at any point in this chart, okay? And you can see a lot of crazy volatile price action, okay? But what happens when I zoom out? okay? You look at the chart and you see that pretty much this thing has gone from the bottom left to the top right. Bitcoin traditionally goes up. If you look at the weekly chart here, I don't know what that line was for, but if you look at the weekly chart, here you can see how many different basic moves do we see here. We see one move down back in 2018. We see some sideways action. We see a drop. We see more sideways action. We see a drop. And then pretty much ever since 2020 started, we've been going up to the right, okay? When you look at the larger time frames, when you zoom out, you see there's not a lot of indecision for Bitcoin. In general, it goes up. But if we were to go over here to the 1 minute chart, for instance, Mr. Elron, are you using the 1 minute chart? Not right now, he says. He says not right now. When you look at the 1 minute chart, like, my gosh, guys, this thing moves like so crazy over time, right? So within a 5 minute period, you could argue that Bitcoin's going down and that Bitcoin's going up, right? And both would be true. It's not wrong, right? But the thing is when we're making these large overview videos, we're doing the best we can to just kind of pick which way we think Bitcoin is going. Overall, over the year, we know Bitcoin's going up. Like, we're very confident Bitcoin's going to continue going up. We're very confident that the bottom or that the top of the market has not occurred. So we're going to continue making videos telling you the price is going up because that's what we believe. But it's dynamic. If the stock market crashes next month and just completely wipes out the U.S. economy and the United States loses their reserve currency, everything will be on the table. Who knows what's going to happen, okay? Crypto, a lot of times, it looks like there's indecision. It looks like we can't make a decision on where we think Bitcoin is going. But the truth is, each day is like a Pokemon egg. Each day is like a beautiful Pokemon egg. You don't know what's going to hatch in it, right? One day you can get like news that's like terrible, that's, India's banning Bitcoin and all that stuff is going down and the prices look bearish and things are dropping. And then the very next day, Elon Musk comes out and says they bought some Bitcoin and the price goes way up. It's dynamic. You can only do the best with the information that you have. But just know, in general, when you look at thumbnails, when you look at titles, just know what we believe. We believe that Bitcoin is going to continue to go up all the way through about September. That's what we think, through October maybe. And then we'll have a bear market. But in general, what we're talking about on these live streams is what's going on that day. And that day, it's going to change quite frequently. Somebody said, that is Heath Ryans, says thoughts on staking on Eternity website. I will pull that up real quick. Let's go to Eternity. Yeah, 13,000 people watching. Thank you, Miguel Alvarez. Don't forget to smash the like button, guys. If we go to the Eternity Chain website, you guys will see there is a place. I thought there was a place on here for the stones. I guess it isn't launched yet. I guess you got to log in with your MetaMask first. Somebody says, can we get a video on how to buy Eternity in Chili's? I got my own Bitforks. Thank you, Beth. Beth, we did make a video on how to use Uniswap, and I actually used Eternity as an example. So I made that video on Monday. So if you go back on Monday, we show you how to buy it. But Eternity has this thing called stones, where if you own Eternity, you get stones if you stake, and then those stones will allow you to buy certain NFTs, exclusive NFTs. So I do think the staking on here, the farming on here is pretty interesting. It's definitely something to watch. That's one thing we do like about Eternity. Is it worth it? I would say so. If you're just going to park it there for a while. I like to stay liquid on a lot of stuff, so we don't have time to participate in every staking mechanism out there. So you just got to base that on what is your position with it. Do you want to hold it forever? Then definitely stake it. If you want to hold it for a price pump for a week and then sell it, then you probably don't want to stake it. So Reggie Estes says content is dope. Spend less time talking about how low IQ folks, they'll get it later. They always do. Unfortunately, though, they lose a lot of money. But there's no low IQ people in here. So how am I supposed to talk to low IQ people when they don't watch this channel? I don't know. All right, guys, that's all we got. Great video, great week this week. I really appreciate all you guys today. Great stream today. Thank you for all the interaction. BitSquad, over 700K, biggest community in crypto. I love you. Be blessed. Good boy out.